Okay, May the 3rd, 2018, right in the middle of the flood. And this morning, Charles LeBlanc here. Go to Google, write my name, Charles LeBlanc, and you'll see many videos, or Facebook. Anyway, it's cold. I hear on the radio this morning, they announced on CBC, they announced that today was a special day. Besides the flood, there was a special day to be honored around the world. He's cool. So what is that day? I forgot. Let me mark it down. I mark it down on a piece of paper. It's called World Press Freedom Day. World Press Freedom Day. They start saying journalists, government are jailing journalists around the world. Freedom of speech is important for freedom of speech to be respected around the world. So, what's it called again? World Press Freedom Day. Is there any such thing as freedom of the press here in New Brunswick? I know I'm gonna get personal here, but come on, let's call a spade a spade. Number one, I was the first journalist, so-called journalist, in 2006. I was arrested in St. John because I started blogging. And then, make a long story short, I filmed a protest called Immigrant Without Borders at City Hall, and then the police arrived, and next thing you know, they seen the camera, they asked them, "Are you a journalist? Are you a journalist?" They said, "We're not journalists, we're just taking pictures." This was the deciding point. A year later, these MLAs in 2008 voted themselves a $6 million raise in their pension. All right? So what I did, the journalists, oh, they covered how you doing. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to a camera here. So anyway, so what's going on? I start going after these politicians about the $6 million raise in their pension. The Fredericton police tackle me. They say, "You can't do that." You can't do what? You can't tackle politicians. You're not a journalist. Oh, me? No, I'm not a journalist. I'm better than that. I'm a blogger. Of course, there was no blogger jacket in those days. it was so, you know, I was just running around and trying to get the truth against injustice, whatever. So then they said, well, they're going to charge me. I said, for what? You're harassing people. I said, all right, who did I harass? Which politician did I harass? Oh, we don't have to tell you. But if you arrest me, that person will have to testify in court. Against me, right? They said, yes. I said, go ahead, arrest me. Can you imagine? What did Mr. LeBlanc arrest you for? Well, he asked us about a crooked $6 million raise in our pension. So that's where it began. Then they went further. They arrested me in St. John. The story was in the New York Times. The Irving media refused to cover this story. It was a big headline. Blogger arrested. And if I would have been found guilty, it would have been on the front page. Idiot blogger found guilty. Now it's idiot blogger found not guilty. So what's going on? Go to New York Times and Charles LeBlanc. Go to Google, write New York Times, Charles LeBlanc, you'll see it. Okay, and then they went further. They had to stop me. The only way to stop me is to do like the rest of the journalists around the world, is a bullet through my eyebrows. But no, not here in New Brunswick. They label you as a pedophile. The Fredericton Police Force, Rob Costello, River Rat Matt Myers, Fred Wuzzle, Yves Desprez, Bobby Simmons, did I forget one? The one I forget, they must say, yes, he forgot us. I gotta start marking those people down. Anyway, those members of the Fredericton Police Force, they told my internet provider that I was exploiting children for sex. What better way to get rid of journalists than accuse them to be pedophiles? And that's what they do here in New Brunswick. And that's what they did. They raided my place. And no, they raided my place. They didn't find nothing, of course, idiots. They went through 300,000 pictures. It would have been one naked child, it would have been over. So that's what they do here in New Brunswick with the police. They don't shoot you. They label you as, you know, a pedophile. And then you're done. Social media. What does the Fredericton Police Force do on social media? They're trawlers. They go and just spread false stories against people on Facebook, you know, under anonymous. That's what they do. They're cops. They don't go around and be good-minded citizen of the community. Now, what else I was going to say? Oh, it's so bad. When I was standing right behind there, two members standing in the corner, two members of the Edmundston Police Force. Go to Google, go to YouTube, write Edmundston Police and Charles LeBlanc. You'll see the video. Two strange cops grabbing me beside the legislator. Out of nowhere, they just show a badge and say, Mr. LeBlanc, come with us. We're going for a drive. Now, I'm supposed to go with two strangers and act like a dog, sticking my tongue out and say, oh, I love rides. No, that wasn't going to happen. Plus, I'm Scottish. Look at the video. Go look at the video. It happened beside the legislator. What happened is very simple. The government had something to do with that because they had cameras all around the place. If I would have punched somebody across the head, it would have been on camera. And there was a journalist. He got lucky. I see him right there. I won't mention no names. Anyway, a journalist filmed the whole thing. Me being attacked by two members of the Edmundston Police Force. Nothing. Everything's quiet. Nobody is saying anything. It's okay. It's okay. Have two cops from another jurisdiction ordered, and this is another thing. I'm sorry. I'm jumping. I had a lawsuit. I still have. Against the Fredericton Police Force. The same cops that I put the lawsuit against came after me. They ordered those two cops from Edmundston to come after me. Okay, I'm very sorry. Listen, focus, Charles, focus. So you turn around. This is, what is it again? World Press Freedom Day. Well, I'll tell you, media here in New Brunswick, what do you have? One media, Mr. Irving. That's it. And if you do stories, you dig. What do? They invite you for coffee, and then they're appointed to the Senate. I mean, the communication department. If you do investigative journalism, you will be appointed to the Senate. I mean, communication department, and you'll make about $80,000 a year. That's how they do it here. There's only one journalist, Robert Jones, CBC, but he's on his way out. So, really, what's it called again today? World Press Freedom Day. Well, I'll tell you something right now. Just an example. I put a video on Facebook. Next thing you know, my views on public safety, which public safety don't give a damn about the safety of New Brunswickers. So then, next thing you know, this video got shared about 200 times, 10,000 views. Oh, look at that idiot, look at that idiot. But you know, you have to be an idiot to walk around, and you have to be an idiot to speak your mind, and you have to be an idiot to really go after cops and government with a camera. So, what's that word again? World Press Freedom Day. Is it World Press Freedom Day here in New Brunswick? I don't think so.